my imaginary ending for the series is Sam and Dean are just like, all hope is lost. That's it. Everybody they know and love is dead. All shit's going down, shit's and down. And then all of a sudden somebody starts screaming, Sam, Dean. And then the voice coalesces into Mary. The camera turns. You see Mary leaning out of her door going, Sam, Dean, come in. And it goes back, and Sam and Dean are children. And they have all of their toys. And they've been playing with these toys. Wait for it, wait for it.
Wait for it.
Wait for it. And they put down their toys, and they go inside, and then the camera pans up the tree, and Castiel and Crowley are standing there watching them.
Why don't you write a spec script? They must be really lost on how they want to end it.
Yeah, I'm sure they have no clues. No, but that's my like, how do you do it in a loving but yet authentic way?
Yeah, that's incredible.
And not like and then it was all a dream. Fuck you.
That's what I was going to say.
It was real.
I'm
It just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I don't have a smart answer like that. Let's see how Game of Thrones ends, and then I'll say it like that. Just dragons.
Is that okay? Do you approve?
Thank you.
All right, did I pass? Okay.
You can say
okay.
no. Don't be scared.
Yeah.
I know we had a weird entrance, and I'm aggressive. I'm really nice. It's a bit. I'm just doing a bit. I know I look like I'm mean, but I'm not. I'm fun. Fun and nice, I swear.
And white pants. What the fuck do you want?
First of all, neither one of you look mean. I love you both.
Thank you. We love you too.
Second of all, what would be on the gag reel of your life?
What wouldn't be on the gag reel? I don't know. So you mean like what would be funny or what would be a mistake?
Like a blooper that happened in your real life, like not on a set or anything.
Well, bloopers in their definition are something that happened by accident off. Kim has an answer. Thank you.
Okay, so here's Brianna and I in England. Brianna's outside a building. I'm inside a building. Stand up. You have to play your part. Stand up. You have to play your part. Stand up. It's a circle door. It was a circle-y door? Or was it just a regular door? I don't remember. All I know is this was me. That she hadn't filmed it. I was like, we can both be rich!
Oh man, oh I wish I'd filmed that just for my own enjoyment. Because she was so sure that there was no window there. She was so certain.
I was so certain Brianna and a cup of coffee were in my imminent future. I was wrong.
I totally forgot, and thank you for that gem. If I get nothing else from this convention, I get that. Thank you. That's my answer as well. No, you shut your pretty mouth. That's my answer. Listen, I fuck up all the time. I fuck up all the time, and you know what? I wear it with pride. Because my thoughts are, when challenges come, you win, you win. You lose, you win. Because you still went for it. So that's how I live my life, so I have no life bloopers. Thank you.
Hi. My question is, what inspires you guys to be sheriffs? I'm actually in school for criminal justice, for your role.
How do we get inspired to play the sheriffs?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my first inspiration was the job. Big fan of making the money. And beyond that, what I loved about Donna was that she was very good at her job. and she was very well respected, but also was deeply flawed and inherently very insecure and questioned a lot about her life and felt very lost. And I thought that that was an incredibly relatable character that I hadn't seen in mainstream media, and felt very fortunate and grateful to a show like Supernatural that decided to really change things up in terms of writing for females. So I thought it was cool.
I don't know if this will come as a surprise to you, but I personally have a bit of an anarchist streak in me. I have a tendency to not be a big fan of authority figures. And so being like, yeah, sure, I'll completely emotionally commit to being a cop was a challenge for me. So two things helped. One, shout out to my friend Aaron, who is a police officer in Portland, Oregon, that one of my best friends since high school, and I grilled him on what do I not want to do that will make you crazy if you see me do it playing a cop. So that's where my excellent trigger finger discipline has come from. The people that have helped as police officers in my life, and also the phrase to protect and serve. Because in that aspect, law enforcement is actually being of service, and it is an altruistic act. And so remembering that my goal as a police officer, as a sheriff, is not the laws, but the enforcement for safety. The same reason I tell my daughter to follow directions, because if you don't, you will be hurt. Because my job is to make your life better, not to make it worse. And that's where my brain had to go to play this character in a way that I could commit to. Thank you. And congratulations. And thank you.
Get it, girl. Yo.
Hi.
Hello.
So I just want to know kind of like, what do you think, or what's one thing you wish you knew more about? Like anything kind of like in terms of acting or just general life? Like what do you wish you knew more about?
Stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna go with things, but
Yeah.
stuff is good. Stuff is good.
Everything.
Things.
I am a big fan of doing things that I don't know how to do poorly. My inherent shame comes from many things, but none of them have to do with learning things. I am happy to fail. I'm not saying I am a shameless person. I have shame, I have things that I work on within myself, but learning to do things, to me, that is a gift. I feel like anytime I'm not learning is when I start to feel my most stagnant and insecure and start to maybe spiral a little bit. I love to learn things, and that's also how I find out what I like to do. So I've actually recently been thinking about learning to play an instrument. Thank you. I haven't done it yet, but thank you. I played piano growing up, and my folks were really broke, and so I used to have a piano at a neighbor's house, and I would go over to their house to practice on their piano because we couldn't afford one. So then inevitably, as I got older, I was never able to continue that. Really, I just didn't want to because I was an asshole. But now I wish I had, I really wish I had. So that's something that I wish that I could do. I would love to be able to accompany myself and just, I don't know, sometimes I wish I'd used more of that side of my brain. What about you?
I'm sorry, I know this isn't the answer to your question. In fact, fuck it, what question? The only thing that comes to mind is that I wish I were more skilled at recognizing the voice of fear in my head. Because fear masquerades as so many things to me. It masquerades as justified rage, it masquerades as common sense, it masquerades as just the way things are. It masquerades as danger, it masquerades as so many things, when in fact, when I could just go, we were talking about this in the green room, and I was like, when I could just go, you're scared, that's okay, I gotcha, that's just fear. You don't have to listen to it, no you don't, you're so good, you're so pretty, come on, who's a good girl, come on. Then I'm like, yes! But as long as I'm like, no, fuck you, this is a justified reaction, I'm gonna sink my teeth teeth into it, then I don't get to, come on, you got this, Kimmy, come on. And I like being that person instead. So I wish I were better at recognizing when the voices in my head are all just crazy tunes and need to be put to bed, possibly with a nice story. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
So speaking of that, I was just gonna ask you guys about that. Like the podcast brings so much perspective to my life, and it's helped me grow so much as a person. And especially just that thought of like, talk to yourself like you're a kid, and just like so much stuff of just being so much kinder to yourself. So I wonder like what kind of journey, because it's taken me on such a journey of like personal growth, like week by week. I'm just like, oh my God, I never thought of things that way. So for you guys, like what journey has the podcast taken you on, hearing each other's perspectives every week? And then like how has that helped your friendship grow and change?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, so that.
Yeah, just a real quick
So
question.
that.
Okay, first of all, talking with Kim is like, and I think this is, I mean, Kim specifically for me, but I think talking with a friend who has a really good handle on open communication and holding space for you as opposed to the need to fix you or the need for you to be okay so that they can be okay. Kim doesn't have that, and so it's really great talking to her because she listens and she also offers her perspective. And so when we talk in the podcast, it kind of is a little bit like talk therapy. We do learn from each other, and can you take a picture right now?
Yep.
Okay. And we learn new things about each other, which is always fun because we think we know so much about each other, and you're like, no, we actually don't know everything. And I think that personal growth should be infinite. I think we all could help ourselves a lot if we rid ourselves of the notion that I will be okay when ... How about we just continually be okay? And notice the old patterns, like Kim was talking about, old programming that we've found, that Kim has figured out, going, oh, that's fear, that's not actually, and we work on that. But I think that personal growth for me is an endless, fascinating, but it's constant work. And that's okay. And sometimes it's more exhausting than others, but I think that we need to rid ourselves of the idea that at some point we won't have to work on it anymore. We will always have to work on it, and that's good and important and awesome.
I'm just gonna read you some stuff. This is from our text thread last night. Brianna says, amazing. I say, I keep laughing at car testicles. That scans all the science things we are learning. You're making me cry laugh. She said, LOL. I'm so glad you put dick fart back in. I said, yeah, glad I remembered it. I think it's really funny. Hard to follow, but fucking funny. It's like a YouTube video. She said, people will love it. That intro is truly thumbs up. I said, thanks, Mama. I love you. Thanks for kicking my ass and making me fly. She said, your wings have always been there. I'm just cutting the rope is all. From dick fart to the ability to fly. So that's how it is.
Yeah.
There's a journey right there.
So it's okay, it's fine. It's great.
She left. You're not. I'm like, wait, and you bleached your hair.
She's off.
I hugged Brianna and the world has changed.
Yes.
Okay, you
We'll
then.
get back to you.
Hi. I have a really simple question. In your worldly travels, what is the craziest or weirdest food you have ever eaten?
Rocky Mountain oysters.
Those testicles, bull's testicles, you had them?
Yeah.
There's gotta be weirder ones, but the one that's like people love and I think is fucking disgusting is blood sausage. Yeah, which is literally just a casing full of blood that's cooked. Who eats that? People who are low on iron, I'm sure. But I think it's gross. I don't think I've eaten any weird stuff. And I love sweetbreads. You guys know what those are? Love sweetbreads, love escargot. My husband's a chef, and all the years I was not working as an actor, I was working in really high-profile restaurants with celebrity chefs, so we were forced to try lots of things. So I've had like beef tongue, and none of that stuff really bothers me. Bugs, no. I don't think so.
Chocolate-covered ants.
Yes.
I don't like Rice Krispies.
Yeah, they're just kind of whatever. And people are saying, that that's the new protein of the future. Bugs, yeah, because they're high in protein and there's lots of them.
All right.
Okay, fine. Not so bad. Yeah, nothing super weird, but I'm open. Always. What you got? Okay, that's just a tease then. It's just a tease.
Oh, you want to know what the weirdest thing I've had is?
Sure, yeah.
Oh, I thought you may not want to know. I taught English in China for a year, so you may not want to know.
Oh, no, now I really want to know.
FYI context, I did not know until a week later. Dog.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the other thing is like a lot of, you see this face? This is upsetting. No, yeah, well, and like, no, let's not go to, I can't.
We got it.
Never mind. But thank you.
Okay, we're back.
Hi, my question's for Kim. So,
I'll answer it.
Yep.
Unless it's a sad question. Is it sad?
no, it's not sad, I promise.
Okay.
I watched Supernatural and The Sweet Life at the same time when I was a kid. So, I wanted to know like the similarities between working with Jensen and Jared and Dylan and Cole.
Well, so Dylan and Cole, those two jokesters. I mean, every day I would come to set, Dylan would smack my butt, Cole would hand me a beer, they'd say some hilarious joke, we'd laugh and laugh, and then it was time to get down to work. So you can see the similarities between Jared and Jensen there, right? So Dylan, he's the brunette.
They're both blonde.
He's a blonde. He is so blonde. Cole as well, because they're identical twins. They were always forgetting their lines. And so when they would forget their lines, they would go, "Hey Kim, what's my line?" And my response would be, "Learn your fucking lines." So, I mean, there was one instance it got really tense between Dylan and I, and they had to separate us. They had to bring in some lawyers. It was hard. It was really hard for a while. So then when I got to working with Jared and Jensen, he's the ass smacker. I'm just gonna end it there. I think that I've drawn enough between the two boys to let you know that it is just a house of horrors altogether. Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you so much.
She's like,
my
not what I asked for.
No, that's my actual answer, which she does much better than I do, because my actual answer is Jensen and Jared are taller.